Good morning. Make sure you say hello when you come on. Hey Lisa. I'm just about to, just started on my morning walk, and I'm walking along here and it's just such a stunning morning, and the camera just doesn't ever do it justice. But the ships are moving across the water so still, and as usual when I'm on my morning walks I'm thinking of you guys constantly, and so let's just see how we go with it. So yeah, I'm thinking of you guys constantly every single morning, and so I thought I'm actually going to keep you looking, because it's probably more attractive than me this morning. So yeah, as I say, I'm thinking of you guys every morning when I go for my walks, and thinking about, you know, what's the message that I need to share with you today. And so this morning I got thinking about how freaking lucky I am to be living here in this place. It's just such an incredible town. You know, this was my dream for so many years, to get back to living near the water, and in this particular town, because it's just beautiful. You know, I love the fact that it feels like such a big country town a lot of the time. You know, it gets busy over summer, but days like this, hardly anyone around, and the people that are out this morning are all, you know, you've got people running, there are people swimming. I don't know if you can see, but there are lots of people swimming, people with their dogs. This is kind of the vibe that I, you know, thrive in, and so it was so important for me to live here, even though it was, you know, inconvenient at the time, because my kids were having to move out of home, and you know, that caused a lot of conflict for me for a short amount of time. We're doing good now, but yeah, that didn't go without me feeling a lot of guilt, and there was a bit of adjustment along the way. But this just lights me up. You know, this is in the environment that I thrive in, and I want to invite you to think about, you know, what is the environment that you thrive in? Where do you need to be? For me, it just needs to be near the ocean. And I love, you know, the warm weather, absolutely, but I also love the contrast of Melbourne weather, and you know, just feel very, very blessed to live here. And I drove my car here this morning, and it's beautiful and clean. Dave spent 3 hours cutting and polishing it yesterday, and I did the inside. And you know, walking past my car this morning was another reminder. You know, that car was on my vision board for many years. I test drove it a few times, quite a few times actually, before I was able to afford it, and that is now my new normal. But you know, that stuff really doesn't mean anything unless you're actually fulfilled by it. And you may have noticed that my lives have changed a little bit, and I've been doing so much inner work, and I'm feeling so good about where I am, and it's really about the deeper work, you know, the stuff I do on myself and the stuff that I do with my clients. But it kind of dawned on me that I wasn't really sharing it with you guys. But you know, what I want to talk to you about today is none of that stuff really matters. You know, the 6 figures doesn't matter, the driving a new car doesn't matter, the living you know, in your dream town doesn't matter. None of it matters if it's not fulfilling. And you know, my work stopped being fulfilling for a little while there, and that really challenged me, because I love my work. I just couldn't work out what was going on and why I was losing the love for it. And it comes down to this, you know, some incredible coaching sessions with clients where I was able to really do the deep work, the deep work with them, and have some incredible breakthroughs is what's made me fall in love with my work again. And I think, you know, the thing is, we want to see impact. You know, we want to see the impact of our work, and part of what makes it fulfilling for me is when my clients are really thriving, and when they're, you know, the lights are going on and they're having their aha moments, and you know, I can see them excited about their future. And yeah, so that's really changed the direction of the way that I do things now. And my next program, which I'm going to be sharing with you later today, is pretty much my great work. You know, I've been speaking a little bit about our great work. You know, there's the work that we do that we're great at, and there's the work that we do that's in our zone of genius and feels effortless and fun, and we know we're good at it and all that stuff. And then there's our great work, which is a whole other level that I didn't even know about until recently. And your great work is the stuff that you're called to do. And sometimes it is not what you expect it's going to be. And that's the frightening part. It really can be quite frightening. Because sometimes, as I say, it's not the work that you think that it's going to be. And then when you're required to look at that stuff and you're required to go inwards and you're required to really stop and think about what this means going forward, you know, it can be really challenging, but I think it's so worthwhile, you know. It's so worthwhile, and I'm excited about sharing that with you. But you know, just to give you a brief idea of what the program looks like, it's all the stuff that I've been doing, but just at a deeper level. So it's called Rise, Shine and Thrive, an inspired journey towards entrepreneurial greatness. And the rise is about, you know, ridding ourselves of all the stuff that's holding us back. It's all the stuff that is pretty much responsible for why we are not further ahead than where we are right now. So that's the rise stuff. The shine stuff is about wrapping an amazing, incredible, beautiful brand around that work so that people recognize what it is that you're doing and you feel great about it. And the thrive is creating a scalable business model that really sets you up to feel fulfilled in your work, and your reach is far greater than what it is now. And then the stepping into greatness is about making sure you let the world know you're here and what you stand for. And that's exciting. So from the outside looking in, it might not look too dissimilar to what I've been doing before, but this is far more about you, the entrepreneur, and less about systems. It's more about the who you are and less about the doing. It's about marrying your great work and making sure it's commercially viable, because there's nothing that's going to rid yourself of the love of your great work if you're not making any money from it. So it's really this marrying of uncovering what your great work is, sitting with that for a little while and feeling really good about that and what that looks like, and then being able to wrap a beautiful brand around it that is a true extension of you. And that's something you've heard me say before, because I still believe that's key. And then, as I say, the thriving is about, you know, making sure that you have a solid business model. The amount of women that I speak to that really don't have a business model and they don't have any sort of marketing strategy at all, and then they wonder why they're not making money. You know, it's just crazy. So the thing is though, when you don't know what you're really supposed to be doing, and you don't know really what it is that you're selling, or the impact that you're having on people and how you're going to have that impact, it's actually really difficult to do the work. I spoke with a lady the other day and she said, you know I should be sitting down at my desk every day for 2 or 3 days and just doing the work. And I said, yeah, but you don't know what the work is. You don't know what's going to have an impact. You don't know what work is required because you don't even really know what your business is yet. And so that's the thing, you know, having that crystal clear clarity around who you are, what your great work is, and how you do that work and the impact you're having on the world. You can't start without that. And then of course you can't go on with that unless you have a brand and a business model that's going to support that stuff. And so if you're there and you're struggling, you're not getting, you know, the clients through that you want, you're not making the money that you want to make, the life that you're living isn't fulfilling, the work isn't fulfilling, then, you know, it's time to really have a deeper look at things and ask yourself, you know, be really honest with yourself. How much am I really loving what I'm doing right now? How much impact am I having right now? And, you know, how fulfilled do I feel by this work? And is it supporting me in the way that I hope that it would? Because if it's not, something's wrong. Because it actually shouldn't feel difficult. When you're in a place of flow, and when you know what you want, and you know the impact that you're having, and you know where you're going, flow is there and making money is easy. Building a business is easy. It's when all those other things are blocking you that it's difficult. And I've experienced both, I'll be honest. But the times in my business when, you know, I've had record months, record years, it's felt easy. Those are the years that my work has felt easy. Easy and effortless. It's when I'm confused or trying to make a decision but still trying to move forward without having made a decision. It's when I'm trying to sell things that I'm not totally aligned with. It's when I'm feeling unfulfilled with my work but feel like I have to do it anyway. That's when it's hard. And so, as I say, making money is easy when you're in flow, when you know exactly what it is that you're trying to achieve, when you know the impact that you have on the community that you want to serve. I'll just give you a view of the other side of the beach. And it should not be hard. It really shouldn't be hard. If it's hard, as I say, something's wrong. And that's when you know you need to fix it. So, are you struggling? Or does it feel easy? Does your work feel fulfilling? Or does it feel like a drain? Does it feel like you're in flow? Or do you feel like you're pushing shit uphill? Because they are the questions that you need to ask yourself to find out if you're on the right track or not. It's my favourite restaurant. Does the work that you do make you feel good? Do you come away from working with your clients and feel like you've had an impact? Does it feel meaningful? Does the work feel meaningful? Does it feel like you achieved something huge? Or does it feel like you're going through the motions? Does it feel like, you know, it's just another day at the office and you know, just want to get it done? Because they're all signs that shit needs to happen. You need to shake some things up. And that's what I've been doing recently. I've thought for so many times over the last couple of weeks that things had fallen into place and I knew the direction that I wanted to take things in. You know, I've got a book sitting there with 30,000 words in it. Can't pull the trigger on it because it's not my life's calling anymore. And so it's been a bit of a birthing process. And like all birthing processes, it's ugly, it's uncomfortable, you know, it hurts, and yeah, it's long. At least mine were. Cody was 34 hours, but yeah, so it's been a bit of a messy process, and that's the thing, you know, that's birthing something new. That's finding your great work. It's messy, it's ugly, it's painful, it's really freaking inconvenient as well. But when you do the work and you come out on the other side, that's when you know this sense of, I can't even explain it really, but there's this sense of something just lands in your gut. It's just things just click into place. And I've been waiting for that bloody click for a month, and do you think it would click? It just would not click. But now I had the click and it feels amazing. So next month I'm going to be running this program, but I'm going to be running it one-on-one. So it's not a group program, it's individual coaching. I'm going to kick that off and start to take on my first clients for the program in May. I'm excited to do that. And then in June I'm running some events with another entrepreneur who I love, and we're on the same page, and we are on a mission. We're going to create, I think I told you I was going to make a docu-movie. Well, we're joining forces and we're going to do that together. And there's one other entrepreneur I'm going to recruit as well, because I think it's going to be a powerful, powerful, powerful movie. It's to inspire female entrepreneurs to rise up and do their great work. And so this other entrepreneur and I are very aligned, and so we're going to be running events here and in the US over the next couple of months. and I'll still be running my own stuff as well. And it's exciting times. I'm about to finish up here when I finish my walk and go and start on my new book, because the old one just it's just not cutting it. So lots of changes, lots of shifting, lots of having to go inward and really try to get really clear about what I want to be doing from here on in that's going to fulfill me and have such a huge impact. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. Bit of an update, as well as checking in with you to see if you are living a fulfilling life. And sometimes from the outside looking in, life can look pretty awesome, the whole Insta life thing, and my life is pretty good. What you see is what you get, but there has been an internal battle for sure at the same time, just because I can't sit comfortably with indecision. I need to make decisions pretty quickly about where I'm going with things and how I'm going to do things. But yeah, for you too, your Insta life may look amazing from the outside looking in, but how does it make you feel on the inside? How are you feeling at your core? How are you feeling from a fulfillment perspective? Because if it looks good on the outside but it's not fulfilling on the inside, it's time to do the work. It's time to roll up your sleeves and find out what fulfills you. What is going to feel fulfilling? What is going to make you feel incredible? What is going to be the work that just makes you sing? I woke up this morning, and every morning this week I've been awake at 3:30 in the morning. On the money, 3:30 every morning, because I'm so excited to just think more about this thing. And so many ideas are coming to me about just how to make it better and better and better and better. And I don't mind being an insomniac when it's for something like that. A few weeks ago I was an insomniac because I was so frustrated and couldn't work out where I was going to take things. But anyway, that's me rambling now. So think about where you are right now. How fulfilling is your work? How fulfilling is your life? If it's not where you want it to be, it's time to do some deeper work. And like I said, it can be ugly, it can be messy, it can be painful, but on the other side of it is just pure freaking bliss. And that's where I'm at, thankfully. It's taken a little while this time around, but it is an ongoing journey. The entrepreneurial thing is an ongoing journey, and that's why the new program, as I say, it's Rise, Shine and Thrive, an inspired journey to entrepreneurial greatness. And the greatness thing is something that I've been dwelling on for such a long time now. When you think of something bigger, more expanded, greatness is far more compelling and big. It's big work. Greatness is far bigger than worrying about freaking Facebook ads and funnels and everything else. That's all part of it. You've got to do that. It's got to be, you have to have a business as well. But when your goal is greatness, and when your goal is, inspiring entrepreneurs all around the world to rise up and claim their freaking awesomeness, that's, far more compelling than dwelling in the detail. Detail is where we get stuck. Detail is where we get overwhelmed. And detail is where our greater mission diminishes, because we get caught up in that. Everybody does. It's just human nature. And so, I want to challenge you to think about greatness today. I want you to think about, what's your great work and what does greatness mean to you? Because greatness is going to be fulfilling. Greatness is going to be expansive, and greatness is going to demand of you to be a bigger, more expanded version of who you are right now. And who doesn't want that, huh? That's our life goal, to always grow and expand into the best version of ourselves. Anyway, guys, that is it. I'm going to continue my walk. The rain is starting, and then I'm going to go do some riding. Bye for now. Thanks for listening.